On my quest to find the most unique Pokémon fan games, we've come across some pretty insane experiences. From dating simulators to first-person shooters and everything in between, fans continue to come up with unique ways to change the Pokémon formula. And today I'd like to highlight a game that might look like typical Pokémon on the surface, but actually transforms its typical turn-based battles into an entirely different genre. You might have heard of games like Dota Auto Chess or League of Legends TFT as the most famous examples in a subgenre of strategy games called auto battlers. But while those games focus solely on competitive online matches, this game features a single-player story much like you'd expect from Pokémon. Well, Pokémon Legends, that is, because this tale takes place in medieval times, when knights and lords ruled over primitive Pokémon trainers, and adventurers took on epic quests and explored dangerous dungeons full of fearsome Pokémon. Will we be able to master this unique battle system and become champion of the Middle Ages? Find out as we begin a new adventure in Pokémon Crown. There's an old saying not to judge a book by its cover, but right from the title screen I had a feeling we were in for something special. This is already amazing. The music. Arceus? Dude, this is so crazy, man. ROM hacks have come so far. Like, this is fire red. I cannot believe that. Oh my god, look at that peak. Oh! After choosing our character, we arrive in the Gelder region and almost immediately run into our first new feature. Well, maybe not exactly new, but I've been seeing a lot more fan games add side quests into the mix, and honestly, I'm here for it. The captain wants us to find 2 stray sailors in Seaside City, but the first person I run into is this recruiter. Turns out even in the Dark Ages, they already had a Pokemon League. And if we want to join, we'll of course need our own Pokemon, which we can apparently receive from a Professor Dogwood. Really couldn't have picked any other tree or plant name. Before getting our starter though, I decided to do a little more exploring and ran into quite a lot of sailors. Just not the ones the captain was looking for. But I did find, oh my god, is that a Hisuian Pokeball? Yo! Wait a minute, you're telling me Arceus showed up at the start, we got side quests, and now Hisuian Pokeballs? I think this might be a Pokemon Legends game. Anyway, let's get on to the Adventurers Guild, where I was immediately shook by this mysterious red crystal in the corner, which turned out to be a magical version of the Pokemon box system. The nice lady at the counter officially registers us as an adventurer and recommends we meet up with a friend of hers that'll show us the ropes. But we still need a Pokemon, and right next to her happens to be this region's very own Professor Dogwood. I don't care about the name anymore, this guy looks awesome. Our starter choices are a mix from the first 3 generations, with Trico, Totodile, and Charmander. Normally, I'd go with Charmander, and I do love me some Gen 3, but you know, I'm feeling Totodile for some reason. I feel like he's not as popular as he should be. Let's do it. The water type, Totodile, has the hottest hitting attacks, but it also moves the slowest. Now, we know this game has a different battle system. I'm not sure exactly how speed plays into it, so maybe having a slow Pokemon might not be a great idea, but F it, bro, we're going Totodile. And after giving us his balls, the professor explains that catching Pokemon in this game works a little different to most others, and you'll get to see why soon enough. But before heading out of town, I really wanted to find those sailors, and while looking for them, ended up running into some other cool features in this game, like a Corviknight flying taxi service, which makes me wonder if we might be in a medieval version of Galar. I mean, the name of the region is pretty close. Exploring the last bits of this port city, I was finally able to locate one of the sailors, which still leaves one more to be found. Unfortunately, it would take me a while longer to find him, but in the meantime, I ran into a potential secret we have to come back to at nighttime. Then I finally found the other sailor, which means we completed our first side quest and can finally head out of this city. Maybe now we can finally take on our first battle too. Of course it isn't. What the heck does this dude want? I am in need of an escort. What do you say? Okay. Little does he know, we haven't fought a single Pokemon yet and have no idea how battles in this game even work. But it turns out he actually has some experience battling, which makes me wonder if he was looking for another kind of escort. Let's do this. Oh my god. They're doing it. Wait. Okay, so we don't actually have to do anything? Huh. Okay, so maybe that looked a little bit too easy, but it was literally the tutorial battle, so as we get to more challenging fights, I'll explain the mechanics more in detail. In fact, just up this path, we have our first trainer battle, and I was definitely more scared than I needed to be. He's only level 4. We should be fine. Can we move around? Okay, yeah, we can change where our Pokemon go. I don't know what the best strat is. I mean, this is literally our second battle, so I'm just going to start putting them like... Maybe we'll put Mankey in front. You see, I actually have a little bit of experience playing TFT, which I know is kind of different from this, but it did give me enough knowledge to assume that if we placed Mankey closer to the enemy, it'll actually tank the hits instead of our Totodile, who's at half HP. So thanks to my insane gamer intuition, we get our second dub. Our third battle, though, is where things would get a little trickier. Oh wait, we can throw a ball too. Oh my god, Mankey's gonna die, bro. The wild Pidgey's anxious about being around you. So we have the option here. We can give it a berry, interact with it, or just straight up throw the ball. Let's try interacting since he's anxious, or maybe we should give it a berry first. Yeah, usually when an animal is anxious, you don't want to just walk up to it. You know, food can entice it to be a little bit nicer. The wild Pidgey is still anxious. Okay, well, it's neutral now. You can see above its head. I feel like that's good enough that maybe we can interact with it. Compliment, comfort, joke. Whoa, this is sick. What? I love the little sprite. Well, I think now it should be ready for a Pokeball. We only have regular Pokeballs, so go. This is so cool. Oh my gosh, it's so different than your usual Pokemon game, but I dig it. With my team not in the best condition, you'd think I'd have learned my lesson after all these years playing Pokemon, but some things never change. Not so fast. Oh god, don't tell me. Evil team? Yo! I won't go down without a fight. Munch, we can do this! Bro, we should have healed up first. I knew it, man. I should have gone back to the campfire. Oh god, we're gonna lose. I think it's definitely possible to win this battle if you'd caught more Pokemon, but obviously I didn't do that, so... Luckily for us, even if you lose, the story keeps moving right along and we learn that this guy set us up, the absolute scoundrel. Turns out he actually owes money to the Earl of the town we just left and promptly goes into hiding, leaving us to deal with his tax evasion. Just up the road, we find another adventurer who seems to know who we are. In fact, he's the tavern lady's friend who's been waiting to show us the ropes. But instead of teaching us himself, he recommends we go to the trainer school in the town nearby. But I've always been more of a hands-on learner, so I thought maybe getting into some battles would help me learn faster. And that's when I ran into him. A Goomy? What? It's so early in the game. I was not expecting a Goomy. But wait, we have to knock out the other Pokemon first. Like, we don't want Goomy to die, right? Oh my god, guys, go for Natu, please. No, why are you guys attacking Goomy? No, stop. Oh, come on. So what, there's no way to get this Goomy because it's in the front. So like, man, I don't want the Natu, bro. I wanted the Goomy. So feeling sad and confused, I decided to move on and check out the trainer school. And oh boy, I should have done this sooner, cause almost immediately we learned that there's actually a level cap which you can increase by defeating other trainers and completing quests. We also learn about synergies, which you might be familiar with if you've played other games in the auto battler genre. Basically, if you have multiple Pokemon of the same type on the field together, they'll gain extra benefits in battle. And with 18 Pokemon types, that's a lot of synergies to learn. Thankfully, we won't have to learn them all right now, and honestly, unless you plan on doing online battles against other real players, you might not need to learn them all at all. For now, I decided it might be best to just catch some normal, flying, or water Pokemon to synergize with our two team members so far. But the next time I rested at a campfire, something interesting happened. It's nighttime now, yo! Alright, well let's head back to Seaside City, hopefully it's still nighttime. To save some time, I thought maybe we could use the Corviknight taxi. Not for those prices though. 50 gold, bro! So after walking my ass back over there, we were able to encounter a wild Litwick hiding in the torches. Okay, well we're not really killing it that quickly, but once we get our special attacks, I don't want to risk us killing it with the special attacks, you know? So I'm just gonna go for it already. We got... Oh wait, what the f did I just do? I don't know about you, but seems like a pretty good time to explain how catching works in this game. And I really can't think of a better comparison than
Persona!
In the Shin Megami series, you often need to convince shadows to join your squad by responding appropriately based on their personalities. But instead of making deals with the devil, in Pokemon Crown you can use berries and choose actions based on a Pokemon's behavior to make them more likely to stay in the ball. Learning exactly which responses each Pokemon likes can take a little trial and error at first, and certain Pokemon just pissed me off cause no matter what I tried, I guess I just wasn't passing their vibe check. But personally, the biggest struggle I found with this system is actually before the befriending stage. Because you can only throw a Pokeball once just one enemy remains, I found it pretty tough figuring out the positioning so my guys didn't attack the Pokemon I wanted to catch. But eventually I managed to put together a nice solid team of 9 Pokemon.
What?
Yep, this game actually lets you have more than 6 Pokemon, which may seem weird, but you can only choose 6 to be out on the field at once, so...
What the
After our catching spree, I went around turning in all the side quests we've managed to complete to raise up our trainer level. Then I made my way back to Everbloom to fight some local fishermen causing trouble. And with our newly stacked team, it was not even close, baby. Are you a fish? No? Then I'm not interested.
Cause I know that I'm a gay fish, yo.
I'ma take that as a sign we should get back to the story now. You might remember back on the first route, we escorted this dude named Cassian across the grass, and soon after got our butt kicked by this dude named Seller. But it turns out he was actually hired by this other dude named Earl. Wait, no, I mean the Earl of Seaside City, which basically means he's rich and corrupt, basically owning all the knights and goons in the area. So I decided to venture into the thieves' hideout to make my own justice and track down this Seller feller. And this is where another very cool aspect of this game shows up. Oh wait, we get a choice? Is this like a real choice or one of those like fake gaming moments where you get the illusion of a choice but it's not actually gonna matter? Spoilers, it does matter. I'm not gonna say exactly why just yet, but our righteous choice leads to an epic rematch against Seller. Okay, maybe it's not that epic. He gets completely destroyed. And as a reward, we earn his dagger.
It's a knife.
I also noticed a chest up on this ledge, but couldn't figure out how to reach it. So we're moving on to the King's Road. But first we have to take on 4 trainers back to back, Nugget Bridge style. Each of them also teaches us a little bit more about the mechanics in this game, like the fact there's apparently an EXP all, and lower level Pokemon gain even more experience so they can catch up faster, which might explain why all these battles have felt so easy thus far. That is until we faced the final trainer of the King's Road, Old Man. Why are these Drowsy so tanky? Holy, dude, Natu's gonna die. No, Natu! Okay, I think we're still winning though. Yeah, we're fine. At the end of the King's Road, we do indeed find the castle, but the gates were closed for now, leaving us no choice but to turn back and head west of Everbloom to an area known as Villamton Woods. And just a little ways into the woods, we reach the first dungeon, which all the NPCs in the area seem really hyped about, but we'll have to wait to find out why because, of course, I got distracted by another side quest. I accidentally jumped from the ledge. I need to go back into Villamton Hamlet, but I don't have any Pokemon. Ah, another escort mission.
A few inches later.
Wait, that's it? What's that? Huh? Look out! Boss encounter? Not exactly. Though I did figure this was a good time to explain the cool synergies I'd built up, with my favorite being the one for having 2 flying types, which makes them dive into the enemy backline like fighter jets, allowing us to easily save our new friend, Ear? No idea how to pronounce that, but they actually live in a creepy little village nearby. But first, let's catch up with our new pal Cassian, who now offers discounted items as thanks for helping him out earlier. See, I told you our choices mattered. Deeper in town, we find a sanctuary where our other new friend, Ear, offers to raise the potential of one of our Pokemon. This will grant them 1 star, which basically means they get better stats, so of course I chose our starter Totodile. But even deeper in the village, we find a creepy old church complete with its own conspiracy. It seems the bishop has a vendetta against Pokemon trainers, so we team up with this bug catcher to figure out what their problem is. They don't seem all that tough. But wait. Oh, I guess he's just fighting the other priest and we're fighting this one by ourselves. Oh my god. Rattata's kind of getting wrecked. Wait a minute. Maybe we weren't ready for this battle yet. Holy. I mean, we're like slowly doing it, and once we knock out one of them at least, I know it's going to become a lot easier. Oh, God. Oh, wait, never mind. We're totally fine. What the heck? 2 of our Pokemon died, but this is fine. Little hypocritical to be so against trainers, yet using Pokemon to battle us, if you ask me, but hey, maybe they have some grander purpose we'll learn inside the church. But first, I decided we should head back to Silver Silk Cave, since it felt a little weird that we just skipped it, and most of my Pokemon had hit the level cap again, so I figured maybe we could raise our trainer level there. In case you forgot, this cave is actually the first dungeon in the game, and the characters had been hyping it up like this is gonna be the toughest thing ever, so I was pretty excited to dive in. The main difference in dungeons is that you can't run away from battles or use repels, both of which I didn't know you could do in the first place, so not really much changed. Except I did notice the battles get a little more strategic, at least with the positioning of your units, cause sometimes I would have Pokemon not be able to reach the enemy, so they just kind of stand there. But despite my positioning problems, we were able to easily make it to the campfire. Bro, that was so easy, what the hell? Overall, a successful dungeon. Help! I knew it wasn't over, man. There's no way it was that easy. It seems one of Professor Dogwood's assistants got lost in the cave, so we split up to try and find her. And of course, we end up being the one to do it, which means, you guessed it, another escort mission. This one's a little different from the others though, because it actually ends up leading us right into the lair of our first boss. Oh, Abra can evolve, do you see that? Amazing find, Munch. It looks like we've stumbled upon the nest of a Spinnerack. Oh gosh. I should have evolved Abra first, huh? That's not a Spinnerack. Oh my god, it's a Guardian Pokemon. Careful, Guardian Pokemon are rulers of their domain. Yo, domain expansion? This particular Ariados is known as a Guardian Pokemon, which means we can only use 3 Pokemon against it, or it'll feel too threatened and call for the entire cluster of Spinnerack to overwhelm us. Not gonna lie, I wanted to see what this could look like, but the game literally won't let you send out more than 3 Pokemon, so I took a minute to strategize and ultimately decided to go with my 2 flying types plus Houndour since fire has a type advantage over bugs. But what I didn't realize was Houndour's main attack is actually dark type, so when it came down to the 1v1, there's no way, there's no shot. Oh my god, unless he gets his super and kills it. Come on, no! We go back to the campfire? Oh my god, we lost our first battle. Maybe we should have put Totodile instead. The good news is, apparently our Pokemon were ready to evolve this whole time. And like in Legends Arceus, you have to go manually into the menu to trigger it. So just like that, we've got 3 evolved Pokemon now. Which meant on our rematch, Ariados didn't stand a chance. Right? Oh, Kadabra's so dead. But I mean, Ariados is almost dead too, so actually, we're totally fine. Let's go! The power of evolution! We're just too OP. It's not over yet. We've enraged Guardian Ariados. Munch, I'll heal your— wait, what? Get ready for round 2, hello? I should have known it wouldn't be that easy. Alright, well in that case, we're going for the same squad as before. They did pretty good. Well, actually, let me put Litwick, just for some fire damage in there. And we're off. They're so tanky, bro. Litwick is just little by little chipping away at it. Ooh, here comes Ariados special though. Oh, frick! Be careful, it just used a special ability. Wait, does it do anything other than— what? Why did that Spinnerack just turn into— did that Spinnerack just get bug splatted? Like, what? Oh, okay, Ariados is throwing poison on the floor. Okay, well that's not good. We're all poisoned, but I mean, it doesn't really matter. You're dead. Oh god, never mind. It just summoned 2 more. Holy, wait, did Pidgeotto just one-shot that Spinnerack? I think that's what was happening the whole time. The Spinnerack didn't splat into purple. It got one-shot by Pidgeotto. With the first boss defeated, we get to plunder its super secret awesome treasure, which includes a whole bunch of held items that make me realize we could have equipped that dagger we got earlier this whole time, but we've been doing fine without him. In fact, we're doing so good that our Rattata was also ready to evolve now. So with an even more stacked party, we say goodbye to the Silk Song Cave and head back to the creepy forest hamlet. You know, maybe I shouldn't be so judging. I'm sure the people that live here don't find this place creepy. What, with the cemetery right next to this big old decrepit church full of perfectly normal priests that definitely don't. Okay, so maybe they have a secret door that leads down to a dungeon full of spider worshippers. But I'm sure they're fine, upstanding citizens. Turns out this is actually the first gym. Why is it built beneath a church? Who knows, but the up and downstairs neighbors don't seem to be getting along. In fact, the bishop asks us to defeat Matilda, the gym leader, in the hopes she'll just evict herself, I guess. My theory is he's actually just scared of bugs, but regardless, we need our first badge, so it's time to take on the first gym. And if you hadn't guessed by now, they train bug types, which aren't exactly known for their power. And we just took down like the queen of the spiders, so the trainers in here aren't exactly the biggest challenge for us. We do run into our first full 6v6 battle though, which visually is pretty crazy just seeing all the Pokemon attacking all at once. But at the end of the day, they're still bugs, so they get squashed. Surely the gym leader Matilda will give us more of a challenge though, right? I'm the war hero that saved Fort Meertime and the proud keeper to Gelder's swarm badge. Can you best my bugs? Oh, the song! Wait, does she really only have one Pokemon? Ah, they got me again, those sons of bugses. Of course the gym leader has more than one Pokemon, and we have to take them on in back-to-back-to-back-to-back battles where you don't even get the chance to heal, and each time she adds another Pokemon to the mix. Oh god, I didn't realize Raticate was so low. Frick, Raticate's dead. Oh, Litwick is dead. No, Litwick! Come on. Oh my god, Kadabra's getting wrecked. Oh, okay, this did not work out at all. And I'm guessing now we have to start all over. Well, clearly I had to rethink my strategy, but at least this time I knew we couldn't heal, so I made sure to use the Pokemon on our bench more, at least in the first few rounds so we could conserve Croconaws' HP for the ending. What I didn't take into account though was how much damage Pidgeotto was taking as he flew into the backline kamikaze style. Oh my gosh, Pidgeotto's already dead. Raticate's putting in some work though, and Houndour is actually tanking up a lot longer than I expected. Oh my god, wait, what the hell, bro? That Heracross is insane! Are you kidding me? What do we even do? I don't know how to beat that. What? On my third attempt, I thought maybe it'd be better if we just left Heracross alone until the ending. That clearly wasn't it. Okay, so obviously, ignoring Heracross didn't work out. So we're gonna try the complete opposite and just everyone target the Heracross from the beginning. Mankey's tanking 3 Pokemon. Oh no, wait, Caraboss is going for Kadabra. Oh my god, wait, we totally messed the Heracross up. Yo, let's go. Croconaw didn't even die. And somehow Pidgeotto actually managed to 1v1 the Paris? I mean, that's not really too surprising, but... Hold up, are we gonna do this? Oh my god, this is kind of close. Hold up. Oh wait, no, we got this, we got this. Let's go! We did it, guys. We got our first badge, and I assume that means... Yeah, we're level 23 now, holy! And so we won our first badge in the Gelder region. And with my winnings from the gym, I decided to buy myself a shovel and do a little grave digging. But there just so happened to be a Cubone who challenged us to a battle and after being defeated, asked to join our party. Next in the story though, it was finally time to head into the castle. But on the road there, we ended up running into a peculiar little prince. Inside the castle town, we find Professor Dogwood's lab and learn that the prince is here to get his first Pokemon. Dogwood, you've kept me waiting long enough. Hand me the rare Pokemon you've prepared. I'll soon conquer the league and show the king my greatness. You're in a good mood today, Ed Air? Of course, I've been keeping a Froakie for— What? I didn't get that as an option. What is this? It doesn't exude power or status. Pokemon need to be trained to become strong. I've heard enough. I'll have this Pokemon prove its strength to me against you, Dogwood. Prepare for battle. Munch, is that you? Your timing couldn't be better. Why don't you entertain Ed Air in a battle? Dogwood, Froakie's useless, worthless. I haven't seen a weaker Pokemon in my life. I could find a better one in the market. You didn't win, commoner. The tables were slanted. After my visit to the shops, I'll show you. Dogwood, your gift belongs in the garbage. You know what they say though, one man's trash is another man's treasure. So just like that, we got ourselves a Froakie. Unfortunately, we wouldn't get to see it in action because this is actually where the first beta ends. And I was devastated. No. That's it? Luckily, there is still a bit more content in Beta 1. Well, I say a bit, but really there's quite a lot because in the castle town you can find the Colosseum, where you can take on other players online or AI NPCs in a battle facility style gauntlet where you choose rental Pokemon and battle trainers back to back. They really thought of everything with this game. Like, the single player mode alone was more than enough, but they even went the extra mile to create a fun endless mode to keep players entertained until the next beta. Alright, let's see how this goes. Oh my gosh, now it's Meltan going the long way around. Why? Meltan, you're supposed to tank, bro. Oh, I'm so screwed. I lost. Yeah, there's no way. Unless my two tanks can really... Oh my god, it's 1v1! There's no way Beldum wins this, bro. No! Come on, Beldum, no! Oh, it was so close. It may sound like I'm blazing it up too much, but honestly, everything about this game impressed me so far. There's so much attention to detail in the visuals, the music, and especially the story, which I found to be way more engaging than most official Pokemon games. Plus, the unique mechanics like the battle system and catching Pokemon make for a really fun experience I think you should definitely try out for yourself. As always, the link to download this game will be in the description, as well as their official Discord so you can follow along any development updates. If you'd like to see even more of this game, I'm actually going to be uploading the full playthrough, which is almost 5 hours of gameplay I recorded for this video, on my second channel, so be sure to subscribe. Don't forget to hit that like button if you guys enjoyed, and let me know in the comments what fan games I should play next. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.